We OG, we OG. Oh no, G. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Yeah. Experts on reload. Yeah. You're not bullish enough. Yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock. Ayy. Runes is coming. Everybody on a knot. Ayy. It's a nuisance. Ordinal Revolution. Ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, it's my guy for real, bro. Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nookies on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. All this Satoshi's nothing above me. Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution. Ayy, Bitcoin is the one, no substitution. Ayy, with Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal Ecosystems. What is up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. Like every day, we are live, man, and it's going to be a good one today. I can't wait for it. We got a lot of Bitcoin stuff, right? So you guys are just not bullish enough. You're not bullish enough. What's about to come is going to blow minds. Like I think my 700K number isn't bullish enough, right? I truly believe we'll be in that area, but I might not be bullish enough. I think with everything that's happening right now, with pension funds looking here and Hong Kong buying $112 million of Bitcoin today, it is absolutely insane. And and obviously we're seeing that with everything else that we're in. Bitcoin goes up. Everything that we do, we're passionate about over here, whether it's art or runes or tap or Merlin or many other things. That's all going to come with Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin goes up, everything follows, and Bitcoin goes up 3, 4, 5x, everything goes up 3, 400x, right? So it could be absolutely insane over here in Ordinals, and you should just be happy that you're here right now, and just got to keep moving, got to keep finding the newest projects, got to keep building your portfolio. Not financial advice, but we think, well, we found the winner with everything we're doing over here. But without further ado, here I'm gonna bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
Happy Friday.
Friday,
TGIF. Yes, I'm feeling the energy. I'm feeling the flow. It was weird yesterday, kind of, I would say about towards the evening time. I hit you up. I said, man, I got that weird feeling.
Yeah.
I got that bullish feeling in my loins. That part, but damn. I mean, it was, and it was weird too, because we were talking about tap yesterday, and then runes kind of started pumping late yesterday, and BRC20s kind of started pumping today. So everything in our ecosystem right now is starting to, it feels primed, right? It feels really primed. That doesn't mean any specific one's going to take off like a volcano and just erupt, but overall it's starting to feel that energy in general, and it was a happy feeling I got. Then next thing you know, 2 minutes later, I look on my timeline and Mattyverse tweets and says, I got those Bitcoin summer vibes again. And I was like, I'm not the only one. And you let me you're feeling it too.
Yeah, man, dude, I'm definitely feeling it. Like I was buying some Ghosty yesterday. I posted, I got some at 21 cents. Very happy about those buys, man. Excited to be a part of the tap ecosystem again. I just feel like, I feel like I said it before, but I feel like we feel those feelings before a lot of other people, and we're usually right about it. Like we've been in the right place at the right time every single time. And I feel like we're doing that again with the track stuff, and that's why we've been so bullish on it. It gets annoying when people say you guys getting paid. No one's paying us. This is our own feelings, as our own stuff. No, we're not. If we do take a payment for something, we will tell you guys 100%. You guys will know. But we haven't. Like Jeff's never paid us. No one's paying us. I'm last time I'm going to say it, because if you guys don't believe us, I don't have time to convince you. But anyway. So we have a huge show with a lot of Bitcoin stuff happening. I think we should get right into the king and what's going on with him. So
yeah, let's do it. Definitely some positive energy from Bitcoin price action here. This is the daily, but let's start with the hourly like we always do. We've had a descent since Monday that kind of got curtailed and stopped on Wednesday here, and then we started a little bit of an increase, and then really it started here on Thursday, and then Friday, man, it's just been looking beautiful on the hourly chart. So we were hanging around overbought territory for a while, really since Wednesday, and then all the way till Friday, and then it dipped to oversold for a split second, and it said, "Nah, we're not done," and then shot right back up. So I don't know, man. This is definitely bullish feelings of Bitcoin's price action, saying, "Hey, look, bear trapped y'all, maybe, possibly, right? We don't know; it's not confirmed yet, but it seems like possible bear trap." And then, the hype from the April 30th being that Hong Kong ETF, it was just kind of like, look at the past ETF, the US ETF, it went down right after too. And then it took a little bit longer, but if this is the incline, this will definitely be a shorter time frame of reversal. But I don't know, feels good for a Friday morning, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. And we said on the show so many times, smart money does not buy tops. They were not buying at 70,000. They were not buying at 65,000. They were buying at 57,000, right? Which shows you that is the furthest it went. And you can just see how fast it popped. 57 right back to 61, right? Within hours. I want to say about 12 hours after hitting the bottom of 57, all the way smacking all the way back up to 61. And you said what are we at now? 60.
1668, and it's moving, man. There's an aggressive price action to the upside right now with Bitcoin. And let's see, Friday 6 a.m. Yesterday, I noticed like I said, yesterday evening, I noticed some stuff in our ecosystem start to kind of vibrate, right? Like was definitely one of them. Ecosystems, some of those tokens started to kick back up price action, and then you see the rumble here with Bitcoin. So yeah, I'm not convinced we're out of the decline yet. I think that we need, some consistent days of positive price action first, but definitely a good feeling. We got our first green candle for daily yesterday, and we'll see how we end up today. So
yeah, man. We should go probably touch back up to that range before we see a resistance. In my opinion, I think that range was like I think it was like 70, 73 or something, right? The top of the range.
For the range is previous top?
Yeah.
The top of the range? It was 74 something, 74,000,
Gotcha.
I think, right there. It's a new all-time high. So yeah, we're a bit away from that right now. But when I was talking on the show, I think yesterday, I said 2 to 6 month period is the time frame I look at for that big rip up, right? The rip up that starts really, generating, if we're going to end at like 250,000, we still got to get through 80,000, 85,000, 90,000, that rip up, the start to that rip up, I say 2 to 6 months from where we are now. So, it could be chopped back and forth. It could be, hanging around 70,000. But here's the thing. If smart whale money shorted recently in our space and they made profit off of that, right? That could be some of the profits that are generating into like runes again, BRC20, taps about to explode. So it definitely, it's weird too. It's like this intuition that like you and I didn't talk about that yesterday before I messaged you. Me and Maddie definitely didn't talk about that. And then we all felt it at the same time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, telepathically or something, and
it's just we watch Twitter a lot, right? Like Twitter will tell you everything you need to know about the markets, right? Just go through, read a couple people, and it's like a lot of times you get the same messages over and over and over written differently, right? And it's the same thing. And I truly believe that's why I was like, you know what? let me start looking more into what's going on over here in these other ecosystems. You know what? Because I need to be more well-rounded, right? And that same thing with Bitcoin now. It's like I feel like I need to be putting my Bitcoin into other things. I'm sitting on a lot of Bitcoin right now, and like I need to get that Bitcoin to work for me so I can create more Bitcoin, right? So I think that, but you got to remember too, we could still be chopping here. We could be going back up to touch the top of the range by the end of May, and then we might see that that sell in May go away towards the end of the month here, and then have a downward for like maybe the summer, and then maybe pop back up here in late June when they start coming back from their desks from their vacations. And stuff. You could definitely see something like that. We could be ranging from the 2-3 months here.
Yeah, but I just don't think that we're gonna touch the all-time high and then come down crashing like that again. But I could be wrong. Anything could happen. We know that. Like it's this industry is volatile for the most part. Bitcoin has been more consistent. But like for me, something I would like to probably see rather than that, because I wouldn't like to see that. I feel like that would be a very volatile experience for the space.
I mean,
I'm not saying
jump
exactly.
I'm saying potentially something like what I mean. Back
it's
off, end here, start here, and there.
Yeah, for something that I think would be healthy would be like if we ranged back up to close to 70, hit that 70,000 mark, and then enjoy a little mini ecosystem bull run right within Bitcoin's ecosystem. Made some profits there. Let's shower the rest of the space and get some of these people happy over here, and then kind of chop between 66, 71,000 like that, and then maybe like you said, between June and July, really start to rip up. I think that will be super healthy. In my opinion, but sure. I don't control everything, so the price action will show us where everything is headed.
Yeah, man.
But man. Yep. Good little preview on Bitcoin. What's happening today? I hope you guys are also feeling those same kind of energies that we felt yesterday, because definitely I expect something here in May. I expect something good. But let's jump right into Shizzy's roll call for the Friday roll call.
Back into the roll call. We got a lot of people in here today, guys. I wasn't excited. So there's a lot of stuff going on right now. You got BTC Machines running a space. You got you got Benny running a space right now. You got a lot of other people. Crypto Slam running a space right now. There's a lot
you got Ordinal Revolution running a space, and
you got us running here. So before the show, we were like, we might get some traction today, but you guys can't coming out. You guys are supporting us. 191 people in here right now. We appreciate every single one of you guys, man. Please, guys, put your questions in the comments, guys. We want to get to all your questions. The more questions in the comments, the longer we stay on, guys. So keep us on. We do have a meeting at 2:00, so can't go 3 hours. We haven't done it yet, but your questions haven't come in. Get us more questions, guys. Let's smash that like button for us. Let's get exciting in here, and let's get into the roll call right now. We have a new first. On the show, first is first. First means everything. We have crypto hot news. Hey, legends. Thank you so much. You have won today. You are our number one, and we appreciate you. Crypto hot news. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
I was about to say, did you pull a Steve Harvey? Did you announce
the? Okay. Because hot news, that's number one, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And then at second spot, we have who's on first base. Congratulations. He says first though.
Oh, well,
hold on.
We'll just chalk it up and give him a tie.
We have one at 3:19 and then one at 10:20. Okay, we'll give him a tie. Here. So he says he's first. I agree. We have two firsts today. And then we have our Danny boy. Danny, you're always first to me, my friend. And then we have Crypto Noob in the building. Patrick Meady, BitRens, Ordinal Tweets. And then we have Yazir, always here. Appreciate you, Yazir. And then we have let's see, we got Glasshopper in the building, Ant-Man, Green Man. A lot of the men are here today. And then we have Zaza, Mr. Sheedy. Appreciate you, Mr. Sheedy, always here. We Mr. Sheedy's he's number one to me. And then we have Chief Axel, Aso, Francis Jose. What's up, Francis? Francis is always here. Yo, Francis has said something in the comments. Francisco said something in the comments. He was like, it's cool and all you guys do the members only videos, but they're too late for me. I'm in Europe. So Francisco, I want to hit that right on for you and say we will do some in the mornings.
Well,
potentially.
well, maybe we can do something, one for the Western, the US based, and one for, Europe and Asia. We can try to find a good time. So we'll try to hit 2 a week of the live streams, and then maybe possibly one recording as well.
100%. We got Chain Watcher, Pepla, always here. Pepla. Steve's been here all week, man. Shout out Steve.
Yes, sir.
Tim Gay,
Consistency.
AOD, consistency for sure. AOD Art, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Tim. Ebuck's all been here all week too as well. Ebuck's in the building. We got Danny again. ES, TKO, Yo Street. I didn't miss you today. I did miss you yesterday, but I got you on today. ASO, Bitrens again. Itoshi in the building. Todor. We got Broke. Brooke Oshie. This dude, I was in the chats with him over on Sin City Crypto. I just talk to this guy all the time. It's my guy right there.
Go.
And have let me see. Let's see. We have that's it. Got all you guys. Appreciate all you guys.
Nice.
And that is today's roll call was longer than normal. Shout out you guys.
It was good. And guys, like, you gotta appreciate my guy Shizzy, man. He goes through every single one of y'all, and I'm just like, man, if we get to the place we plan to get to in the next year, roll call's gonna be about 15 minutes. I'm gonna sit here.
I'm shouting them all out.
Okay.
I'm shouting them all out, man. If you get in here in the first 15 minutes, I'm shouting you out.
Yeah. But amazing, beautiful roll call this morning on Friday. So let's jump into some news here. First thing, we just hit on Bitcoin price action. There's some news that came out of Hong Kong saying that, like, there were some Hong Kong-based asset managers buying $112 million worth of US-based spot Bitcoin ETF. So the first day, numbers could have been a bit skewed because maybe those were reported only from the Hong Kong-based ETFs, right? So maybe these Hong Kong-based asset managers were actually buying some of these US-based ETF companies. So that's interesting. Maybe they were getting better deals. Maybe they're getting, cheaper price entries with the US. But all in all, I think this can kind of give us information of how they're feeling over there in Hong Kong, right? Because they're located there, these asset managers, and they're buying this much Bitcoin. So could this be part of what's getting this pump going?
Yeah, man, I truly believe that. I think that the ETFs, I mean, like them or not, man, they're definitely going to be what sends us to Valhalla. And it's these ETFs are just easy for people. It's hard for people like that want to go and buy Bitcoin, but don't want to store it on FTX again or the next FTX, right? And you don't know, it could be Coinbase, but they feel comfortable buying it in an ETF that BlackRock, these people that they've already dealt with in gold and whatever other ETFs that they're in, they're probably in a BlackRock one, right? Because BlackRock they lead every ETF pretty much, besides like the normal ones, the S&P type stuff. But yeah, I think that the ETFs are really going to, and I think the 112 million is just the beginning. We're going to see like billions of dollars. You're going to see in a few months, we're going to see asset manager, blah, 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 puts $1 billion into Bitcoin through the ETFs.
Wow. Well, this is definitely between multiple Hong Kong based asset managers. So if one single asset manager puts $1 billion in, I think that would be humongous. But yeah, I mean, BlackRock has the ability to move the needle on many different things in terms of like, the financial world, right? And so that could be one of the reasons why, these larger special accounts that BlackRock gives them, like maybe special entry or whatever, just handled different with more, service and stuff like that. So maybe that, there's a reason why they're using the US based ETFs versus the Hong Kong based so far. All that doesn't matter right now. What matters is the total net inflow, I think, overall with US and Hong Kong and all the ETFs really that are approved here. So I think this is something that could, spark it. This is something that's changed this cycle specifically versus every other cycle, hitting the all-time high before the halving. And so, I think it's going to be very interesting and exciting to see like how this can really propel us into that next, like I say, 2 to 6 month period. It could happen before, but I just say going off of plan B, stock to flow, 2 months was the shortest period in every other cycle before. 6 months was the longest period in every cycle before for that final big rip up start to the rip up that lasts typically 6 months or longer. So
yeah, man, I'm ready for this bull market, bro. I'm ready, bro. I'm ready. It's been a long bear market. It's been amazing ordinal bull market that we had already, but I think that's just the beginning.
Yeah, Yeah, and that's the thing, man. Whenever you get into like an ecosystem like we are right now, sometimes it feels like, man, like we've been through multiple little bull markets over here, and is it over? When's the next one? But like we really haven't even started, guys. Like,
No.
I posted something multiple. I always post this multiple meta protocol ecosystem because that's what it is right now.
Yeah.
Until there's like capabilities of smart contracts on Bitcoin, I don't see one standard being, taking over everything, right? So that's exciting when there's multiple meta protocols, in my opinion, because you have all these communities that start to form and they're growing. And overall, we are one large Bitcoin ordinal / ecosystem community and family. And I think that like right now, there's some healing that needed to happen, and that's maybe what made me feel a little bit bullish recently, is because
Yeah.
now I'm seeing more positive, more unity in the community,
Yeah.
versus even 2 weeks ago. So
Yeah, man. Before we get to the next thing right here, my man Yazir says we've injected BTC into our veins. So shout
yes,
out
sir.
Yazir. Uh,
All right, guys. We'll put your questions in the chat. Like Shizzy said, we love interacting with you guys at the end of the show. It's called the Ordinal After Hour, and we will get to those at the end of the hour. But let's jump right into some of the stuff that's happening right now. So Tap Wallet and Explorer, I got I got into their Twitter account a bit, started looking at them. It looks like this is a project that forked Unisat, right? And they're focusing on Tap assets, right? So, I didn't hear too much about them, but I heard about them a couple months ago a little bit, asked some questions, and there wasn't too much about it. I actually reached directly out to Benny, right? And he got back to me. Appreciate you, Benny. Benny got back to me and he says, this is a community effort, right? That project actually sent code out to the developers in Tap just to kind of review it. And Benny actually came back and said, this is what I've kind of wanted all along. I wanted projects to build without me holding their hand. But if they
yeah.
need direction, just, send the code over for review, ask questions. But he wanted the community to, of builders to start just building in the Tap ecosystem. And so,
Yeah.
but he did say there's no direct ties from Tap Wallet Explorer to the Track Tap TTP team. So with that being said, I want to bring up this account real quick so I can kind of show everybody what I'm talking about here.
Yeah.
But what are
I
your
have it
thoughts
here if
while
you
I'm
need it.
doing that?
Yeah, so I think it's much needed thing, right? So my problem with the entire ecosystem, I want to say about 4 months ago, right, was you had this fraud, Santiago, who was saying he was building something, but he was really not building anything, and then you didn't have much else happening, right? There was nothing. You couldn't go to Twitter like you can right now and start digging into stuff like you can right now, right? So you had some fraud who was saying he's building an exchange. Nothing ever came from that. Nobody was really wanting to step on their toes because of Benny was supporting them, right? And you don't want to step on anyone's toes that Benny's supporting. But now I feel like Benny took a step back. He's not really like focusing on supporting people. He's like, hey guys, just build here. I give you guys everything you guys need. I will help anyone. I'm just build here. And then that's what this Tap Wallet is. A fork, just kind of like, what big thing happened for Atomicals when they really took off in January. I mean, they definitely has a standstill now, but back in January, it was their wallet, right? They had their own wallet, they had their own marketplace, they had infrastructure, right? And I think that's what we're getting right now from Tap. And I truly believe we are in the very early days of something really big. And I knew this would come. I just didn't think it would be this soon. And they got a lot of hype right now because they are dropping the Tap. The Tap token is dropping with CoinList. And do you know what other token launched with CoinList?
Don't tell me Solana.
Yeah, they got it. Yep.
Filecoin.
Yep.
So there's definitely like some big names, dude.
Yep.
And so
Huge
that got
names.
me pretty hyped that like whoever was able to kind of get connected there with CoinList, I think that was a smart move. But yeah, so this is their test net. Obviously, I want to kind of hide the test net URL until they're ready, but you can see on their Explorer they have BRC20s, Tap, right here, DMT, and then UNAT, right? So their Explorer covers all that stuff. They have their wallet. It is a fork of Unisat there, right? So that's guys. I think this was like one of the biggest like pain points with Tap was, will it get wallet support, right? Will it get wallet support? And if this Tap and Wallet Explorer, proves that they can be consistent, they have good support for the users, then this could be really big for the Tap ecosystem, because now they have their own. They can say, this is our wallet. You know what I mean? And their wallet also supports BRC20s, also supports UNATs, which is big with them, this TTP ecosystem, and NATs and stuff like that. So, and they'll probably end up adding Rune support and stuff like that. So I think that this could be big, especially if the whole ecosystem starts to flourish with the promises and all this new tech that's supposed to come. The wallet is basically the missing piece, right? So I don't know. How do you feel about it?
Yeah. Infrastructure. Without infrastructure, you have nothing. I don't care what your plans are in the future. If you don't have infrastructure now, you can't build anything. And right now, and I've been saying this, I mean, we did get a comment. This guy, my man Brian Payne, he says things must be down bad if you guys are back in the dreamland called Tap. Dude, we were always here. We there was nothing to do. There's nothing to talk about. The coins were just down only. Like how do you guys want us to really like be excited about something when there's nothing to be excited about? And finally, things are getting excited again. So that's why we're talking about it again, right? And we're not gonna talk about things that we think are going to go down, right? We're not going to talk about things, obviously, Tap was, I mean, the ecosystem was down only for the last 4 months, but now, I mean, you saw Ghosty yesterday up 100%, right? So that's like the biggest thing. And now they actually have infrastructure. They have wallets. They have marketplaces that are building. Screed Labs is doing an amazing job of really putting things together. I feel that they're the glue that's kind of like putting everything together right now. I mean, you have amazing dev with Benny. You have people that are amazing builders over there now. We talked to Launch Punks who are building a launch pad over there. Yeah, there's another launch pad that we want to talk to and see what they're building as well. So, and that's the thing too. A lot of these builders, they just want to talk about what they're building, guys. So if you reach out to them in DMs and ask them, like, that's what we do. Yo, what are you guys building over there? And a lot of times they respond. And which is amazing, because I mean, when you're building something, if someone's interested, you want to tell them. So that's one thing that's pretty cool about this ecosystem as well.
Yep. And just to kind of take a look at what you're saying, like Ghosty's at 39 cents now.
Yeah.
Yesterday, whenever after we kind of had our show and I was just going over the markets, it was at 21 cents. It got to 29 cents. Ghosty's a big part of this whole ecosystem, and what they keep doing is they added Merlin support.
Yeah.
For Merle token. They just added the Runestone bridging and trading support. They're like on top of it, right? And so when you have brands that are starting to move, and then they're also like partnering with Traverse and stuff too. And guys, like Shizzy said, like we're covering this ecosystem because it's starting to really, try to be under the spotlight right now, right? And so it's making moves. But that doesn't mean we're not covering any other ecosystems. I personally am doing more research on the atomical virtual machine, the AVM stuff, and the ARC20s. I think that there's stuff that's silently being worked on in that community. Also, Lambda. Shizzy and I were judges last week in the Lambda ecosystem builders competition. And we were judges in their Discord competition, which it was an amazing experience. So that's what gets me bullish, is that there's creative, hardworking communities within these meta protocols, and we'll be covering them all. So
100%. And that's the thing too, is like, so right now you guys can say like, we're not bullish on ARC20s, right? Because there's nothing happening. I'm not going to talk about coins that are down only, right? And if I put out a post right now and says, hey guys, who's building over there? We'd love to have somebody on the show. Zip, zero. If I put out a post on Merlin saying, yo, who's building out there, it would be lit up. If I put out a post on Tap right now and say, yo, who's building over there, it'll be lit up. So once ecosystems start getting lit up like that, that's when we start covering them. We're not just going to hop into something that's has nothing to talk about, because that's our show. We like to get excited. We like to show energy and stuff like that. And that's the entire point of Ordinal Revolution. We bring you guys the hottest, the latest, and every single day. Like my man John said before, we are here every single day, no matter what the market looks like. And we're going to bring you guys what we think because it's all opinion, is the hottest thing in the space.
100%. And we got 280 people in here on a Friday. So we appreciate you guys spending your Friday morning, evening, afternoon, evening, wherever you are with us. But yeah, so that's what we have to look forward to with the wallet, right? It's forked. It's a Unisat fork. So kind of that interaction. We'll bring more updates as we get more updates. I'm trying to get them on the show as well and try to coordinate that too. So look out for that. All right. So you want to go to this next one here? Because this next one I'm excited about.
Let's do it. What is it?
Do you have your browser up with it?
What? Oh, the inscription?
Goldmine.
Oh, I do not.
Okay, so yeah, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
So Goldmine is a new project that I think a lot of you ordinal enjoyers will enjoy. So I had to word it perfectly. Is Goldmine a gold mine? Advanced Bitcoin ordinal tools, including cancel transactions. Guys, this is huge, right? So Goldmine is a project that offers a lot of tools for, like I said, ordinal enjoyers. You can, they have their ordinal collection, which if you do purchase, then you get access to all these tools. Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay. So let's go over some of their tools here. So they have the sniper. You can see there. So you can snipe the mempool, kind of like what Magisat offers, right? The RBF, basically. There's a swap, and I logged in with the swap, and it's basically like atomic swaps, right? So 1-to-1. An example of that would be if Shizzy has an ordinal that I want to purchase, then I could go into the swap. I would put his address in. I would select the ordinal that I would like, and then I would put the price I would want to pay. Then notify him, and then he'd be like, okay, I'm okay to do that. And then he would approve it, and then we would trade, basically. Yeah. So that's a really cool tool because, atomic swaps has been talked about in our space, but not really utilized too much. But this is a tool that you can do that. It's open right now.
It's a trustless swap. It's you're not trusting me to send it first. I'm not trusting you to send it first. It's both sent same time. When it's sent, it's completed. So it's basically takes the trust out of peer-to-peer trading. It's basically what Magic does for you.
Exactly. And then that last tool on that line, multi-send. So this is a really useful tool in our opinion. If you ever need a refund, like a mint, you could use this, refund a bunch of addresses, airdrop. That basically you guys get the gist on that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, scroll down. Then runes, you have the sniper specifically for runes right there. And then you have a turbo mint that's coming in the future, which is really cool. So you'll be able to mint fast, obviously. And then if you scroll down, the BTC cancel transaction. So it says right there, it's cancel huge. A purchase or send by replacing your own output. So let's say that you bought something that you're like, oh no, this is a rug. If you catch it in time, you can cancel that. You lose your fees, but you cancel the main big, PSBT purchase there, right? So that is huge. This is the first that I'm seeing of this. I don't know if you've seen anything of it.
No, I've never seen anything like that before. That's really cool. I know there's ways to do it manually through using things like that one wallet. I forget what it's called, Sparrow. So there is stuff that you can do with Sparrow wallet and stuff like that, but like never here like this, right? So this is in your face. This is just cancel, and which is awesome because now I had there's tools being built, and I can come here and I can be like, oh yeah, you know what, dude, I need to do that, and I can run over to goldmine.tools. I mean, it's super easy, right? I should probably just start this now so I don't forget it. But goldmine.tools, and I can snipe, I can do whatever. It's everything that they've been used against me in the past. I can now use, right? I finally have the ammo and the ammunition for this. So this is pretty cool. And so I want to tell everyone too, like by doing this stuff, it's going to cost you 50,000 sats for each thing you use. If you snipe, you got to pay 50,000 sats, which is, I'm not sure what is 50,000 sats. Do you know how much that is?
I can find out really quick for you. Yeah. You said 50,000?
50,000 sats, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you're looking at $30, around $31 right now.
Okay, so to use any of this stuff, it's going to cost you $30 each time, right? So you can do that, or you can jump over to Magic Eden and you can purchase one of their ordinals. If the ordinal is in that wallet that you're using, then you will be able to do everything you want for free. And they're sitting at 0.2029. I think I'm going to try to pick one of these up. I think it really depends though if I'm going to use this a lot. In the bull market though, I needed this, dude. How bad did you need this back in January?
Yeah, probably a lot. But I will say this. You know, we like this, we love this, but remember, if you do have the ordinal, that it's going to pertain to that wallet address. And if you're a degenerate like us, then you're going to have a bunch of wallets spread out and a lot of your assets spread out in different wallets. So just keep that in mind. But if you want to stick to one wallet for a lot of your trades and then just send those assets out to those other wallets, that might be a good idea. But I think if these tools end up working out very well, right? I feel like these ordinals are going to jump up in value because there's only 1,000 of them.
I know.
There's only 1,000 of these, right? So I don't know, man. At 0.029, which is around $1,800 right now, could be a good buy. Not financial advice, but something I might just have one wallet just to always have and say, oh, I'm going to use that wallet, so I don't have to pay the 50,000 sats fee.
Yeah. One thing though, it scares me though, is like, okay, so now they have this one ordinal. What happens if they haven't bring out another ordinal or another ordinal or another ordinal? You know what I mean? And have more collections and more things. Okay, holding this one, if you do this one, it's free, but this one, it's 50% off. For this one, it's 25% off. So that's the only thing that scares me is the dilution. I'm not sure if that's going to happen, but I'm just saying that's the only reason why I'm not buying one of these right now. At $1,800, if it drops down to like $1,000, maybe I'll pick one up because I'm going to use it as a tool, not as an investment. And if I'm going to have like $2,000 in something, I want to look at it as an investment, not just like a tool to have. So this is definitely something I would want, but I'm curious if this space right here is going to get put up with something, or this space right here is going to get put up with something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, also, I mean, you have to, dude, I'm going to tell you right now that sniping is an industry right now. In where we are, people don't really think about it, but there's people that sit there and snipe all day long because they're looking for good deals that other people got. And there's people that are lazy, and they don't want to say, oh crap, I got sniped, I'm not going to try to snipe it back. I don't fault them too much because it's like, okay, you don't even know if you're going to win it back. Plus, it could be a fee war at that point, right? Because they're going to snipe you back. You end up paying a ton of fees. Or two, the second thing happens is just this battle, right? So I think the people that are earning off of the sniping will benefit from this, right? Because they can just get it and they snipe all day. They don't have to pay the 50,000 sats here. They might snipe 5 to 10 times a day eventually, and those people are making money, bro. Believe me, they're making money.
But yeah, check these guys out, guys. It's Goldmine tools. This is not a paid anything from us. This is something that we seen, and then we thought, because potentially one down the line, you might be like, oh wow, how can I do a multi-send? I want to do an airdrop. Boom. Maybe you want to do. I know this guy. He wants to give me this, and I have this, but I don't trust him. You got this. Boom. Oh crap, dude. Dude just sniped my transaction. I want to snipe him back. Boom. So these are just tools that you guys can use. And if you use this a lot, the gold miner might be worth it. If you don't use this a lot, probably the gold miner is not for you. But, it is a tool and it still could go up in value as well. But you got to worry about being a miner here and a miner here as well, that you could potentially save 50% or 20%. But I don't know. I'm just guessing. And just as an investor, you have to be wary of everything that could possibly happen in a line. And that's just one of the things cautions that I want to give you guys, as you guys don't go rush buying this stuff.
Yeah, for sure. And shout out to Nocturnal, our guy, man. He called this out yesterday or the day before. He was like, what do you like better, Magisat or Goldmine? So shout out to him. He's on top of his stuff. I just want to give him a shout out for that because he called it out yesterday, I think. All right.
Yeah, Gingerbread Man says, I think you can still use 50K sats. Yeah. So it's like, what was it, $30?
$31 right now.
$31.
What BTC is right now. Yep. But we got 320 people here. Appreciate you guys. All right. So let's talk a little bit about this narrative. Seems like it's kind of starting to pick up a little bit. Is metaverse and gaming on Bitcoin heating up? Bitmap, UNATs, NATs, Uniworld,
New Worlds.
also BitBoy, the new handheld device by Ords Games. I didn't include them in the banner, but they're a part of it. I feel like there's a lot of chatter about it right now, right? Bitoshi's coming back and being more involved, but in a productive way. I saw him. I'm not saying he wasn't productive before, but there was definitely times where things were up and down. But now I feel like his approach to things look very healthy.
Yeah.
Bitmap 420 by Ben Schiller was posting something, and somebody said, does Bitoshi approve of this? Because it was a way to do parceling. Bitoshi came in there. He's like, I'd like to understand a little bit more about this. Can you explain it to me? It was like really healthy, like conversation back and forth from what I saw on the timeline. So this is getting me a little bit bullish again about bitmaps, because there has to be, when things are like dying or feel like there's no energy in there has to be like this resurgence that comes from community, right? That kind of comes underneath the wings, bring the air back from underneath the wings. And I feel like that's happening here with Bitmap. And I hope it is, because Bitmap is so I feel like it's really dear and near to our hearts in this community. But we'll see what happens. I'm not, haven't really dove deep into uni worlds, but I know UNATs in that community with the block runners, big taps, a part of that and stuff like that. And then the BitBoy is a really cool real world asset. So do you feel like this is going to be like a next narrative, going up? Because there's so many narratives competing though.
Yeah. And like shout out our boy Kimmy. He brought us a project yesterday. Was you guys should start checking these guys out. I've been working with them and start looking into them. There's a lot of gaming stuff that's coming, and gaming is going to be huge in crypto. And I'm glad it's being built here on Bitcoin. And to your point, things like Uniworlds and UNATs. We're not really sure what UNATs are right now. Do you know any idea? Like, what is that?
I mean, it's a part of the NAT and block runner, like whole ecosystem, right?
But like,
so
what is it pointing to? Like, what is it actually? Just like
data,
coin data.
No, data from blocks, right? So it's like the what is it called, the nat cats and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
But that community is a community. It's a full-on community.
Yeah.
Right. So it's growing. It has strength behind it. Block runners guide that very well, I feel like. Bitmap is a community that, is the first big metaverse type of community over here. Uniworlds has a smaller community, but it's, initiative with Unisat, which is an entity that has power in this space.
Yeah.
And then you have the BitBoy with Orch Games, right? So I feel like there's like these communities that multiple communities in the space, and they're very vigilant. I feel like for the most part, Bitmap kind of died down a little bit, but like I said, Bitoshi's been back in it, dude. Like I see him on my timeline all the time. We follow each other and stuff, and I'm seeing him get involved, and that passion kind of coming back, and I think that's a great thing, right? And so we'll see at the end of the day, how this ends up playing out, right? Because right now, I think a lot of people are thinking with like a closed mind, because they're thinking there can only be one of this. There can only be one of that. There can only be, guys, we're building on Bitcoin. Bitcoin. It's the biggest, strongest, most secure blockchain, the most popular. There could be multiple amazing things that build out and then grow their wings and fly into their own world. We're just here for it. Just be happy and glad that we're here for this, because it's amazing. I know I sound like overly optimistic about stuff this morning, but I just feel really good about where the space is right now.
Yeah, man. You woke up good today, bro. No, but to your point there, like, all right, so Bitcoin doesn't have, a central like party, right? We have a bunch of little parties. Like if you're on Ethereum, if Vitalik says, "Hey guys, this is what we should do," you're gonna kind of listen to him there. If Gavin Wood of Polkadot says, "Hey guys, I think we should kind of do something like this," they're gonna listen to him because it's always Gavin Wood. Over here, we don't have that. We do have Casey, but Casey's fun. He just doesn't care too much. He's a Bitcoin maxi at the end of the day. He just wants things to happen for Bitcoin. He's not, he'll put Wanko Manko or tweet about it or put something in his bio, but he's not telling you, he's just trying to have fun. He's just a normal guy, but he's not saying, hey, I think we should build this, right? Guys like Michael Saylor, who are building their own version of Ord with this new thing, could be like that, right? But it's not like that right now. But that's why we have all these different metaverses and stuff that's happening, and everything's a little different, but kind of it's all just goes back to building on Bitcoin, to your point of everything. It's just a bunch of little tiny, I guess you call them cities, different cities being built all over this map that we call Bitcoin.
And each city has a leader.
Else. What's that?
You know, and each city has their community
own
leader, their community leaders, and that's the main difference. I'm glad you brought that up. It's a great point about like having like this one leader in Vitalik, you know, in the one leader over in Phantom.
Exactly. Andre Kron,
yes, exactly. And Kronos is the CEO from crypto.com. You know, they have all these like leaders that try to guide like these
dictators.
chains. But over here, we don't have that with Bitcoin. So that's why I think people need to get that out of their heads, that like this is just like there's only one. Who says? No one can dictate that. No. Ordinal theory, the closest we have to that is Casey, but then you have A from Atomicals that says my protocol is better. And then you have Benny from the Tap ecosystem that says, I got you. Actually, I was quiet underneath, right? And you got the MoSwap guys that like they're very loud at what they, you know,
they're just loud and testnet.
They're funny though. I think that, you know, you need some of that energy, right? But I
can't wait till they're live, by the way.
Yeah,
because when they get live, they're gonna get louder. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun to watch.
But my point is that, like, you know, get this centralized thought process type of thinking out of your heads of like one standardized standard, and that's it, and it's over, and this is it, and that's it, because we should be like just embracing all the creativity that's happening in each meta protocol, you know, each part of everything. So and I think that's where everything started last year with Ordinal theory, and we got away from that. We got away from that. Even probably us, because it's human nature. Monetization. How can we make our bags bigger? How can we protect our bags? You know, I'm talking about everybody in the space, because everybody got to that point. Let's be honest. But now we're kind of at this part to where I feel like the space is kind of more like, okay, let's see what we got. Let's roll out this new. More promises. These promises. Let's just check out the AVM from Atomicals. Let's check out light pools possibly for runes, and that we just need to be happy and blessed that we get to experience it.
Yeah, and just be open-minded. Just be open. It's one thing that I did recently. I kind of closed my mind. I said this is going to win, and I was wrong. You know, I was definitely wrong, and I'll be the first one to tell you that I'm wrong a lot. But it's just how I'm feeling in my emotions. You know, I see something and I attack it, and I want to get as much as possible out of it. And to your point, there's just so much to be open-minded about here in this space. I'm glad I'm back. I'm back to who I was a few months ago, right? So, but I'm ready.
Turn me back to the old me, like Eminem said. I mean, and I think that takes a lot. I mean, you know, it takes a man to be able to say that. So, you know, I'll give you some kudos for that. And I'm wrong all the time too. You know, everybody is in this space. But working together, I think is really good to kind of help each other, kind of pick each other up and stuff. So
and don't get me wrong too, that the chat, man, you guys, your comments every single day, you guys definitely keep us well rounded for sure. That's like the best part about doing this every day, is like interacting with you guys and just kind of seeing, you really get a good feel of like how your community, what they're doing, right? When they constantly talk about the same things over and over, and it's like, oh, you know what? Maybe Atoshi's right. Maybe Mike's World is right. Maybe, you know, Mr. Sheedy or a lot of these other guys are right. So it's definitely awesome to be in the spot that we're at, to have the community that we do. But
and I can just talk about one situation that I recently got into, to where like on Twitter, you know, someone called me out because they said I didn't understand something, right? And I messaged them and I said, "What? Hold on, this is my understanding of this and that and this and that. Was I wrong? Where was I wrong? I want to learn more." And I think it's so important to you know, because sometimes I will get in a place to where I feel like I want to learn as much as possible, and sometimes I feel like I want to be able to talk to everything, you know. And sometimes you just gotta say, okay, maybe I don't know as much as I did in this. but then you learn it and then you get to where you want to be. And I think that's very important.
100%, 100%. And we're all kind of growing together, right? We're all started. We were just a bunch of dudes with Xverse wallets, right? Now we're just
Unisat.
like...
I started with Unisat, but I'm starting to like the Xverse wallet more.
Xverse is safer. I like the aspect of, you know, all my assets go in here, all my payments come out of here. That's my favorite part. But
yeah, very, very true. Very true. All right, we got about 10 minutes left. So we kind of hit on this a little bit, but I'm wanting to know what your opinion is on this. So the title of this topic is not waiting on opcodes, and I totally misspelled all that wrong with opcodes, but
it's all good.
TAP promises, Lambda smart contracts, BRC modules, and AVM from Atomicals. You got the CBRC 20, AMM, all that stuff. And it seems like the meta protocols are like focused on programmability in this next phase. And they're saying, you know what? I'm not going to wait for opcodes like opcat, opctv, you know, stuff that can bring on-chain, computations and stuff like that. We're just going to try to program our meta protocols. And that's what it seems like is happening. Do you think there are like any of these are just like really waiting on the opcat type codes, or they're just like, you know what, we're going to build in the process in case those don't come?
If you're waiting for something that might come, you're gonna lose. So at the bat, you gotta be building now. You gotta build around it, and you know, let's just say down the line you figure it out, right? You figure it out. We can do this without opcodes. We got it. You know, we using recursion or using a different type of coding system. We figured it out, right? That's gonna make you way stronger than just the person that's sitting there waiting for the bridge or waiting for the opcode, right? Because now you're gonna be able to do so much more because you've already been through the trials and tribulations, and now they gave you an easy, like, you know, an easy mode as well. So you're taking everything you've learned and you're going to put it with the easy mode, and it's going to be way better than with the guys who just sitting around waiting is, right? So there's probably teams that are, you know, when opcat drops. But what if Larry Fink comes in and says, no, we're not making any changes to this, right? And because he has the power, and people don't realize this, but a lot of these miners are publicly traded. They can go buy 51% of the company and then dictate everything that these miners do, and that's scary. That's why we need more offshore miners. We need more places to say you can't buy here, Larry. So that's the scariest thing to me. And but yeah.
Yeah. How long do you think that would take? Because that's very interesting to think about from start to finish. Let's say he wants to, they want to take control of the chain. Let's say now they're obviously involved with ETFs, and do they have entity ownership, like they do, right? But it's also in their client's possession too. So would they be able to control that much Bitcoin?
Well, they wouldn't be worried about controlling the Bitcoin, it's controlling the hash power.
Yeah.
So you could go buy Riot. I mean, everyone has a number, right? You go to Riot and say, hey, we want to buy your company, but it's up to Riot to say, no, you know what, we believe in Bitcoin, we don't need your money. They can go to like Luxor, same thing, like, hey, Luxor, we know you guys have 11% of the hash power. Though. Well, they can buy stock, but some of the stock is only like 20% of the company is actually in stock. 80, like Michael
Saylor's
company.
They can never buy 51% of the stock ownership.
You could, but you would probably have to buy the upper echelon guys like personal stock.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? Like you probably couldn't get enough off the stock market. You'd probably have to do an behind the scenes type of deal, but they could. I mean, Larry Fink, they run trillions of dollars, right? It's not going to cost, a few billion could take ownership away from a lot of, and they could get a lot of hash power, and they don't want to get all their entity inside or all their customers inside this for something like opcat to come and then the chain stop working for whatever reason, right? Opcat's not tested enough. It's something that Satoshi wrote, yes, but he took it out for a reason, whether that reason being that he didn't think it was the right time for it or not, but it's something. Right now Bitcoin is perfect the way it is to them, not to us, but to them. Why make any changes?
Yeah. So I think from start to finish, it would still be a pretty long process. I think a drawn out process. So, opcat could get approved before they reach that level. But I think that, like the way that the world works, money is power. And so, they could skip a lot of those steps just to kind of manipulate things, but we don't know.
Itoshi has a good point here. They don't got to buy the company. They can just give them money to flow a deal a certain way.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
You know?
That's what I was exactly what I was saying just
My
now.
bad.
And so, you know, it's like when you have that much power, that much monetary power,
Yeah.
it's like you can get a lot of stuff done, right?
Yeah.
Obviously, but Bitcoin has been the hurdle for those people that have that much monetary
is.
power, and so we got to keep it as the hurdle. But man,
Yeah.
that's the goal, right? At the end of the day,
Yep.
to keep it like that.
Yeah, man.
So, but one thing you did say though, you said, and I loved it. You said, you know, if these developers just keep trying to build on their meta protocols, maybe make their meta protocols, you know, have programmability, kind of like BRC20s and tap promises right now are the only two that I really see at that level. Lambda, I need to dig deeper and stuff. But if they keep doing that, if one of the opcodes gets approved that allows computational, you know, functionality at that level to where you can have smart contracts, then like they don't have to like, you know, cut back a ton. They can just be like, okay, we built all this amazing stuff, but we can now integrate smart contracts into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
either way, they win, in my
It's
opinion.
win-win. Yeah, no, 100%. Let's just say like Danny's successful and they get their moto swap over here, right? And then the op cap opens. That's going to give them so much more power now because they already created something and now they can just have that other thing as like, you know, it's like a cheat code, right? So you built something and nobody's going to be able to catch you either because, you know, just because that cheat code opens, which is the op codes, and you're able to do more now, but you already have something that's already built, you can potentially, you know,
Make it even more powerful, basically, is what you're saying.
Exactly.
Yeah. And one thing too, you know, OpCat and OpCTV, you know, that both offer similar things in terms of being able to have a smart contract type of situation. It's not going to change the speed of the chain, though. It's still going to be 10-minute blocks, but you know, being able to be able to bridge is the biggest thing that we talk about. So that would be really big for some of these meta protocols that possibly say, okay, I want to spread my wings and see if I can have my own layer 2 or something like that.
Yeah, it's kind of like I feel that one saying. It's just like I think it's like you know, build for now, but always be optimistic about the future. So you can be optimistic about something like OpCap coming, but you have to build for now as well, just in case it doesn't come.
Exactly. Well, we got 352 people.
I love
Yago
Tim, bro.
BBBB got some rest last night. He's in a full
I saw it, dude. I couldn't stop laughing. Tim AOD, man. That's my guy. My bad. I cut you off. Go ahead.
No, you're good. You're good. I actually took Yashir's tips and I drank some honey with lemon. I'm just now starting to lose my voice a little bit, but it's much better than RFK yesterday. and you know, but definitely my voice feels better. I'm still going to do the lemon honey today again. Hopefully I can get that fresh voice on the weekend. But you're right. I did wake up with a little pep in my step this morning.
Let's go. I'm not saying you're not late, buddy. You're just on time, my friend. Just on time.
All right, cool. Well, let's finish up these last 2 minutes here with some hot runes. That's kind of something that we've been doing the past couple days. So we're gonna go to the top runes here. Share my screen. So number 1 in volume is, of course, Dog Go to the Moon. Number 2 in volume is Arctic Genesis rune. Let's check out the market cap. So market cap for Dog Go to the Moon is 321 million. It's been hanging out in that low to medium $300 million market cap. And then Arctic is at 240 million. You know more about Arctic's market cap than I do. Is that what it's been ranged at?
Yes, it's all-time high is about 350 to 370. I want to say like around there. Highest I saw was 350, but someone told me it hit 370. But you know, that could just be someone sweeping real quickly and then people adding back. But yeah, I think that all-time high is around between 350 and 370, and the all-time low is under 200. So we're right there, we're right in the middle there. RSIG is one of the mine that I am the most bullish on. It is the most safest in my opinion. So I'm the most bullish on it because I can sleep at night, and that's for me. If I had a giant bag of Satoshi Nakamoto, I'm gonna be worried every day when I wake up if that 20% is sold or not, right? If he dumps it on the market, or if I wake up and I don't have it and he burns it, right? So it's just a game that I don't want.
Well, I'd be happy if that happened.
Well, I'm just saying, you wake up and you're like, no, I don't have enough. You know what I mean? So it's just a game that I don't want to play in right now. But I just think RSIC is definitely the safe, and it's on OKX. So when people start hearing about this runes thing and they want exposure, billions of dollars could go into RSIC, but RSIC's going to go up, 100, 200%. You might things, if that does happen, some things like Satoshi Nakamoto or Wanko Manko or Bitcoin Pepe Matrix might do 300, 400 X's. But for me, I'm playing it a little safe a little bit. That's why I am as deep as I am in RSIC.
Yeah. And I was actually talking to Shizzy about this before the show, and I said, you know what? Like runes may be just the meme, like for all of crypto eventually. Because if you think about it, I mean, right now, like Bitcoin fungible token standards, runes blows every other fungible token standard out of the water in terms of meming and communities. It's not even close. Like for the meme communities, right? And this is early, so it kind of makes sense. I'm not saying there won't be any utility projects here. RSIC has talked about their utility. We don't know what Feihu's going to do, but I think from a meme standpoint, and memes do well, guys. They do well. They have huge market caps. I think, once the UX gets better over here, that man, runes could really tear it up with me. That's what Casey built runes for, is a casino. Meme shitcoin casino is what he said. So
yeah.
But anyways, kind of going through this. Wado Wado Pingu is new, for about 500,000 in volume, 7.6 million. I'm not sure. I guess this has to do with the Pingu collection. Then you have decentralized at number 4. This one looks more and more like an opportunity to me. It seems like it's dropping, a little bit here and there. 62 million, but has a big team behind it. Did a ton of airdrops so I think those airdrops are just trying to get completely sold out for the people that want to let them go. We'll eventually see a bottom here, and then number 5 is Feihu at 291,000 in volume, which is not bad for a coin that we absolutely know nothing about in terms of like where the future is. But yeah,
I can tell you this: 99% of it is in the hands of one person. So, or it could be a couple people with a multi-sig, because they did say they locked it into a horror wallet. So that could be a multi-sig, but I don't know, man. That's the one that I'm just like, that could be the biggest thing in crypto, or that could be the biggest bust. If they come out and say pre-sale, so guys, we're starting a pre-sale tomorrow.
We're
You
dead.
didn't have an opportunity to mint it, it's going to zero. If they come out and say, hey guys, we burnt the 99%, this was all a trick. We want to do it this way, so people that didn't believe in us, like Shizzy, wasn't going to get in on this. So
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Yesterday evening, runes definitely had like a good pumped kind of feel to it. A little correction today, but like I said, I have all my runes. I haven't sold a single rune, but I'm waiting for that first real kind of rune bull run, and I think it's going to come, once like Bitcoin really starts to take off. So that's how runes are doing right now, guys. That is how runes are doing. So we're going to get to the Ordinal after hour, get to your questions, and we appreciate you guys being patient and hanging out with us for an hour and 3 minutes so far.
Yeah,
right.
Refresh your Magic Eden real quick. Look at
Why?
number 3. Look at number 3.
0 sats?
Yeah, it went to 0.
Nah.
I know, but that was funny.
Yeah. All right.
Show them what I was talking about real quick. It was like Wado Pengu for some reason has a glitch where it's showing 0 sats.
$0. Yeah, you can get them for free right now.
You can't though. I tried.
All right. TKO401 says, good morning. Thanks for the ghosty call yesterday. I'm up 100%. Appreciate that. Shout out there. I know.
Hold on real quick though. I like the thanks for being right, but don't get mad at me if I'm not right. Oh my god.
Right. All right. Let's see. Where was I at? Who was that? That was 401k, right? I just want to make sure I didn't lose my spot. There it is. Okay. So says, how can I buy all the track tokens and traverse tokens?
What's to buy all of them?
Well, first I think you should, this is not advice or anything, but you should probably put a PSA out there to Twitter and say you want to buy them all. No. Unisat and OKX is a good start probably for that, but
Yeah, I can actually show you because guys, a lot of people are buying on Unisat right now, and they're not. So before you make a purchase, you want to do these three things. You want to check if you're buying a Rune, you want to check OKX, Magic Eden, and Unisat. If you're buying a BRC20, you want to check Magic E. I'm sorry, you want to check Unisat and OKX, not Magic E. Magic Eden does not have BRC20s because of transfer inscription. But definitely go over here, right? This is OKX.com Web3 marketplace. You go in here, you type in track. Track comes up, and if you want to buy them all, you would come down here and you would just click here and you would just keep going. Right, you would just keep going until you catch them all. But yeah, you can, I think you can do 3 at a time, but right now if you look over here, it's tracks like 280 here. What was Ghosty? I'll check out Ghosty real quick. GHSY. Okay, Ghosty's up to 40 cents over here. Earlier today, Ghosty was like 30 cents over here, but it was 40 cents over on Unisat. So definitely, before you make your purchases, guys, definitely check both. I'm actually very happy about that because I got in at like 18, 21 cents. So, no, I got in 21 cents, but I'm very happy with it. But to answer your question, Unisat and OKX.
Yes. Crypto hot news. Longtime member of ours says, any update about Surf Protocol token launch? Thanks. No, but I just actually sent a DM to try to figure out when that's going to happen. So keep asking that question because that's one that I want to know too. Because that's one I'm going to be very, very excited about, and I'm going to try to position myself to either get into the launch of that with the launch pad or pick it up off secondary. Because, like I've said before, Merlin has yet to have their GMX.
Yeah.
You know, like GMX was to Arbitrum, that one project that really kind of shines and brings in everybody. And I think that like Surf has a chance for that. VDEX could, contend for something like that. But Surf right now, to me, is the one that like it smoothly functions. You can take leverage positions long, short. You can add liquidity as a market maker. There's many things you can do there.
100%.
Good question there.
And guys, throw your questions in here, guys. The more questions you have, the longer we stay. So if you guys want us to stay longer, throw some questions in.
Yep. We got 376 people in here. Thank you all. All right. So Mr. Sheedy asked thoughts on Uni Worlds. I feel like they need to be able to reach out to more market share. But from what I've seen, it looks cool, like with their metaverse and their games and stuff. I think they just need to do a better job educating the space on a larger scale. That's my thoughts. What about you?
It's another player in the space. I mean, right now you have Expectar, you have Foxy, you have my man Chris up at Bitmap Valley, you have a bunch of other ones as well. The only reason I think Uni Worlds is automatically put in the top 4 already is because Unisat, right? They're some of their developers, this is their side project. They were Unisat guys who just said, hey, we're gonna make this, and then they made Uni Worlds. So I think that's why they are as high as they were. I think their production is showing, but it's not running yet. Like I haven't seen any gameplay from them. I've seen screenshots, but no gameplay. And I've seen screenshots from a lot of different projects that they're building on Bitcoin, but nothing from it. And that's kind of where Uniworlds is, but they're pushed themselves in the top 4 because who is backing them, and that is Unisat. So I need to see more before I give a real opinion. But as of right now, they're just another player in the game.
Yep. Great question, Mr. Sheedy. One of our long time community members. Crypto hot news again says, Yagobi, can you ask Benny why he don't make some partnerships with Jeff to create something amazing? Because I'd noticed Benny don't want to cooperate with anyone. I wouldn't say that he doesn't want to cooperate with anybody. I think that if you've been in the space as long as we have, which, there's people definitely that have been in longer than us by a couple of months, because that's pretty much when it started. I think that you'll understand if you got to know Benny from the start, kind of where some of this, I think it's a false perception from the public of him not wanting to work with people. I think it's kind of like there wasn't a sense of complete inclusion in the beginning, right? With indexers and stuff like that. Now, I will say that there was definitely that kind of split seeming like, with Merlin and the tap ecosystem and track and stuff before, but that could be changing. Like I said, I feel like there's like healing in the space. You got Ghosty that announced, and Ghosty's a big part of the tap ecosystem. They announced that they are able to swap your Merle token. That's a big deal. That helps out Merle, and Merle also helps out Ghosty by the branding, so I don't know. You might be surprised to see, some collaborations in the future. I would just say look out for those.
Yeah, and right now there's no urgency for Benny to partner with anybody. Like Benny's building, but Benny has a lot going on right now. For him to take on more work would probably be nearly impossible. I mean, he's building. I mean, we talked to the guys at Scree Lads, and they said the facility is up. They were just there a few weeks ago. So not only has Benny built a facility and everything that comes with that, with the wiring to the painting to all that decision, it's a decision he has to constantly be making. And on top of that, he's building this amazing promises protocol. On top of that, he's helping everyone who sends everything up. We're talking to the guys at Launchpunks, and they said, Benny's always available. We send him some code within a few hours. We get it back with some changes or what he thinks is best and stuff like that. So Benny doesn't have time to work with anyone right now. I think in the future, when things are opening up and the ecosystem is down and the infrastructure is built, Benny can take a step back and say, okay, yeah, let's do a collaboration with these guys. What can we do to help you guys integrate track and tap with your system and stuff like that? That stuff will be coming. Right now it's just the very early days of this, and I just don't think that Benny has the time for this type of things.
Yep, that's a good answer there. Ichitoshi says, I don't really understand this. Maybe you guys do. Today, someone at work, they said the surge in value of the dollar is concerning. They think it's bearish. Why could this be so? So first, right off the bat, from a very high level, typically Bitcoin does the opposite of what the dollar does. Like if you look at the past history of the charts, that's how it works. Whenever the dollar goes up in value, Bitcoin goes down, and opposite. So if they're talking about Bitcoin specifically, that could be it. But do you have what about your opinion?
Yeah, so I could actually get in depth with this a little bit. So I've been studying this. So what the DXY isn't the dollar, the value of the dollar. The DXY is a basket of stuff that enables the dollar. So it's commodities and stuff like that as well. And so basically the reason the dollar is surging because these other countries, their currency is devaluing, right? So it's devaluing against the dollar. It's going down against the dollar. Japan's currency, China's currency, Brazil's currency, even the pound is going against the dollar. So the dollar is gaining strength. But that doesn't mean that's good for the U.S. because as a nation, you need your other nations to be like somewhere strong, because you can't come in and bail them out. If everything is going down against the dollar is getting too strong. Yes, it's good for us, but it's not good for the world, which and could start like wars and stuff like that, because
the bond sell off too.
Exactly that too. You like all these other countries like Japan, a lot of these countries, they hold US Treasury bonds. And if they start flooring these Treasury bonds, that's going to destroy the debt. You know what I mean? We're not going to be able to keep going. So we need these other countries who hold US debt to kind of be in a good position. And if Japan isn't and where their currency keeps dropping, they're going to have to start taking off.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be a breaking point or something type of agreement worked out between the countries that are in our. You guys have to understand the United States dollar is like the most used currency, everywhere. Like when you send like two different currencies to each other, it passes through the dollar first.
Yeah.
and then it goes to, so like there's a lot of other countries that rely on the dollar, and then whenever their currency is hurting, there's a breaking point, man, where they're gonna have to either sell off those treasury bonds and hurt the dollar, or our government's probably saying don't do that, so yeah, so back and forth battle there.
Real quick for you, the next question. Crypto Hot News said Ghosty is based on Monero. No, Ghosty is not based on Monero. Ghosty uses Monero as one of the steps for their bridging processes. So if you want a non KYC Bitcoin, you would use Ghosty, and there's a little button you can hit for privacy, and that will give you, that runs through Monero towards the end of their bridging process. So it's not based on Monero; it's actually uses Monero.
Yep. All right, Vaxzone asks, what funds have invested in TAP? They should have that information on.
I mean, I can tell you, it's Screed Labs and Sora. They're the two biggest.
The two big ones.
Yeah, I don't think there's I don't think there's more than Jason Fang and the guys at Screed Labs. Honestly, I could be wrong, but I don't think. I think Screed Labs and Sora Ventures are the two biggest VCs in their stronghold.
Yep. And obviously, do your research on that so you can confirm. But we do know that those two seem to be involved for sure. Scree Labs for sure, 100%. It seems like that. But do your own research on that, and you can get confirmation. All right. Oh, love this comment. Yeah, Shira says this $10 I'm paying for so far returned more than 1K, mate. You guys are great. We appreciate that, man. Being a member of our community means a lot to us because it means that you have faith in us as leaders of our community and stuff, and you guys are also leaders too in our community. Yes, you're especially, it's been here for a while, and so we appreciate your membership. All right. From Steve, he says, can you explain the difference between RBF and CPFP? I can't. Do you know the difference?
No. We could probably have someone on the show who could, though.
Yeah. CPFP.
Let me spend some time with that, Steve, and we'll get back to you on Monday.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So I guess it's the opposite. RBF allows the spender to increase fees. CPFP is useful because it allows the recipient to increase the fees. So sender, RBF, if I'm receiving, CPFP. Very simple, straightforward. Oh, Ichitoshi, see, this is why we love our community. Right there, helped them out. Mike's World. Haven't seen a question for a while from you, and appreciate this question. Long-time member says, what is Uniworld's goal? I think it's gaming. And go ahead.
Yeah. No, I think you hit on it. It's just to be another like metaverse on top of using Bitcoin as the foundation and using BRC20s inside that as well.
Yeah, and I think it's for their indexer too, right? Like their entity's indexer and their modular system. So I think that's what they're trying to do. They obviously decided we're not going to take the Bitmap route for our modular ecosystem. Uniworlds is something we're partnering with and doing that. It seems like that's what they're thinking. What else do we have here?
Shout out Cheaty, greatest community ever, my man. It's because you're in it, Cheaty. It's the only reason why it's the greatest, because you're in it, buddy.
All right. We got 319 from Twitter, 400 total people in here. Love it. TKO401 says, can you please describe what OpCat is? Okay, so I'm not a dev. I'm not super technical person, but I can tell you that OpCat is an opcode that used to be a part of Bitcoin Core. It allows the capability for higher level computational functionality, which you would need to have automated smart contracts. Right now, everything that you do from like logic is created in either these meta protocols or pretty much these meta protocols when you build them out, right? But it's kind of like that doesn't continue on and interact and stuff. It doesn't have that higher level of automation. What OpCat can do is create that environment. So an example where it would be beneficial would be bridging out of Bitcoin. Right now, there's no opcodes to bridge out. So you basically have to use a multi-sig wallet, send layer 1 assets there, then confirm, and then create the synthetic version on the other chain, on the other side. What OpCat could do with a smart contract is create an automated smart contract that would allow those assets to be bridged and out of the chain into another chain, into that chain's language, and you would have it permissionless, non-custodial. So that's why people are excited about it. There's a lot more to it than that. Like I said, I'm not a developer. I would recommend copying OpCat just like that, Googling it, asking ChatGPT 4 about it, and it'll probably be able to explain it to you in more simpler terms.
Yeah, and like to Yagobi's point there, real quick, Satoshi had it was in the original code of Bitcoin. Satoshi took it out in 2011. It's 13 lines of code. It's nothing crazy. It's basically a way to create easier way, like Yagobi said, easier ways to do smart contracts. But we are not tech guys, so ChatGPT would be something that I would use if you want to get more in depth with the coding, because you can just ask it. It can actually read you exactly what each line of the code is and kind of really break it down to you if you're interested.
And one of the main reasons that Satoshi removed it, though, was because you could do DDoS attacks, because Taproot allowed more than 520 bytes at that time, but that got reverted back to 520 bytes max. So DDoS attacks are very little concern now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, even though you'd have the smart contract functionality, you'd still 10-minute blocks. The speed of the chain wouldn't increase. That's my understanding, at least. But triple check, because I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm like 10% as smart as these devs, maybe less. All right.
That's Brian Pant, right?
Yeah. Brian Pant asks, what will back BitSmiley stable coin and Bitcoin USDT had to show billions in assets? So I think they're going to take the MakerDAO route. So it's going to be over collateralized, I believe, right?
Yeah. So they're probably going to use Bitcoin to back it. They're probably going to use other assets as well, just maybe not Bitcoin. Bitcoin might be the safest bet for them. But Brian also writes here, he said, the reason I'm asking what assets will be back any stable token on Bitcoin is because I don't want to buy some and it loses its peg. Yeah, so we think right now it's just gonna be Bitcoin. So right now BitLayer is the only active layer, the active L2 that has BitSmiley running on it. And right now, what you need to do is you got to take Bitcoin. It's really wrapped Bitcoin, but over there they just call it Bitcoin. And you need to basically give it to them, and then they give you a certain amount of BitUSD back. So that's basically the only way to get it is to collateralize that Bitcoin to get the. So that's how they're doing it. Same way MakerDAO does with Ethereum. But MakerDAO does use USDT and USDC as well.
DAI is theirs, right?
Yeah, that DAI is their BitUSD. Yes.
All right. Let's see. Hope to see. Any idea when the tap airdrop will occur? It's been over 6 weeks since the snapshot, but I haven't heard about the airdrop. Well, there was another snapshot that occurred 2 days ago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so that was why the delay happened. So I think it should be sped up now since the last snapshot was taken 2 days ago.
Yeah. So, and I'm not sure when the airdrop will be. I've a weird suspicion that it'll be in July, but we'll see.
Yeah, Ichitoshi's correct on this. OKX is a gold mine sometimes. People should look when getting collections to some weak floors. Did you talk about the ghosting arbitrage?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's probably what he's talking about. So there was a big arbitrage today. I think 6 cents, and that's really big when it comes to tokens.
It got to like 9 at one point, but then that got eaten up pretty quickly. There's a question right there that's is BitSmart?
Right,
oh, my bad. You can go with the one ahead of it.
Okay. So High Up Man says, I tried to get minus tap, but how do I get ORD5 for it? So you can use Unitap and create an order, unitap.io. And all you need to do is click on the logo in the top left and then get started. Here,
there's a way easier way though. You just go to satsx.io, click on tap.
But that's
right
there. That's what Bitcoin only.
Oh, he's trying to do it with Ordify?
Well, he's trying to get Ordify or minus tap.
I gotcha.
Yeah, so what you would need to do is go to unitap.io, then go to get started, search tokens. You could do minus tap, create order. You want to give minus tap. You're going to have to select how much you want to give. So let's just say 1,000. And you want Ordify. Click Ordify. How many Ordify you want for that? Let's just say 10,000. then you can put the expiration date and then create the order like that, and then it will go through there. So obviously connect your wallet and all that stuff first, but do some research on this platform. But yeah, so that's typically the way you would do it. That's the only way right now. I think there's going to be better opportunities here in the near future with the functionality that they have coming. Zach Rady says, "Is Bitsmart a safe place to buy track?" I've never used Bitsmart. I don't know if you have.
No, I'm going to recommend just using Unisat and just using OKX. I wouldn't buy anywhere else besides those two places. Only because two reasons. The volume is going to be there, right? So you're going to get the cheapest prices 100%, unless somebody floors something insanely over on Bitsmart. But you're going to find the best prices on OKX and Unisat, in my opinion.
Yep. Cycle asks, are there any Rune projects that stand out these days? Mania, RuneCoin DeFi, Super Mario, Decentralized. Hope you get rich. You want to start off with this?
Yeah, so the only two runes that I'm in are Runes Coin, which is Arctic Genesis rune, and Decentralized, which is the token created by the Cyber, what is it? Cyber Apes? No, Cyberkongs. By the Cyberkongs, and this Decentralized is number 2 rune, and Rune Coin is the number 8 rune. And I'm also mining more of rune. Was it rune number 2 with the Arctic?
I mean, I don't know right now. I think there hasn't been one except for Arctic that stands out to me that are building like a utility for runes. But I know that there is, well, Runes Alpha and Rune Pro both have rune tokens and they're both exchanges. But like it's early right now, right? Like there hasn't been that big rune push up yet. I expect when that to happen, a lot of these, hey, we do this utility, we do that. We saw in BRC20, and people will come out like Orange A. I think they have a wallet now. They kind of came out in the last BRC20 run up, and OSPI, stuff like that. We'll see that once things really get going for runes.
For sure.
Hope to see, what's the difference between BRC20 and runes when it comes to inscribing tokens for listing? To list runes in small quantities, we have to split or send them to another wallet. Did I miss anything? So you want to do it? Go ahead.
Yeah. So with the BRC20, you're basically you're in a meta protocol in ordinals, right? With the way runes does things, you're not in ordinal theory in general. You're kind of like in the same way Bitcoin is sent. So when you send a rune, you're sending it through the same mechanism that you would send Bitcoin, and then that UTXO is burned after it's sent, and then you can do it over and over. With BRC20s, you're making an inscription, so you're sending that inscription to create. So your wallet, your indexer is showing your wallet holds those tokens, but you can't send those tokens until you make a transfer inscription. So when you make a transfer inscription, then you can basically send it to whoever, and then that becomes like a dead transfer inscription, and then that wallet has the coins again. So and to send them, you constantly have to make transfer inscriptions. With runes, it doesn't work that way. And what you're saying, you got to split them, but you don't have to split them. You would only split them if you're like, oh wow, you know what, like I can probably sell them in smaller batches quicker. But you don't have to split them. You can just take the whole transaction and say, I'm going to sell this many runes, and then it's easy. It's so easy to sell it because it's a one button click. And like Yagobi told me about this, like people don't like to click more than one button sometimes and wait that 10 minutes, right? So that's the issue. Is like, let's just say, oh, I want to sell this right now. With runes, I can go on there, one click it, and I can say, oh, whatever, I'm not worried about splitting this because it's going to sell right now. I'm going to click it and go. But with BRC20s, you're going to have to create a transfer inscription, wait 10 minutes, pay the $15 and get sometimes 30 and transfer fee or whatever, and then get it, and then do your transaction. Did I miss anything on that? Or
I think they probably got it, but like it's yeah. So some people might be like, well, Bitcoin, you never have to split up the amounts and stuff like that. Well, it's because the transaction type's different. In Bitcoin, you never list Bitcoin, you know,
Yep.
and so that's the reason why. If I had 10,000 runes, I could send as many runes I want to Shizzy's wallet. I don't have to split that up. But the PSBT listing type of transaction is different, and so that's why you have to split it in smaller chunks if you're going to list it. But other than that, yeah, I think you've got it. Hope to see. Seems like she's got it, or he's got it. You know, the main difference is the transfer inscription with BRC20. That's the main difference.
Yep.
All right, Lou Ferrigno, what is up?
Lou, what's up? We got my man Lou here, guys. Lou Ferrigno. He's a crypto guy.
Yep, guys, if you don't know Lou Ferrigno, he played the Incredible Hulk in the 1970s / 80s popular show.
And guys, this is the real Lou Ferrigno. This is not just a guy with his name. This is actually the real one.
Yes, sir.
I'm convinced. You know why I'm convinced? Because he said I'm not the real Lou Ferrigno. The fake Lou Ferrigno would have never said that.
Hollywood 4128 says, great show. Yagobi, what are your thoughts on DMT Nat? So my thoughts on DMT Nat are very, very original approach to be able to use non-arbitrary data for, you know, these type of assets, right? So I love that approach. I do think there needs to be a simple, like, be able to explain to a 5-year-old like breakdown of this for more mass adoption. I think because I get excited, I understand it to an extent, but the parts that I understand gets me excited because I love being able to think outside the box, being able to use like data, and then you own that data. Let's say you own, that's why I loved it from a bitmap perspective, because if I own like a bitmap, right, then I feel extra happy about like the data points that I own if they end up being worth a lot, you know, specific data points, right? But I love the idea behind it. I love the concept. I love all that stuff. I just think there needs to be better education on it, and I think it will come. Things come with time. So.
What else we get?
Oh, wow. Mr. Sheedy. He says, is there a way to give away a free month of membership pass to a non-member that's in the chat? I'll send the BTC one of you guys to cover it right now. Man, that first of all, that's yeah, I was going to say that's an amazing gesture, though. I just want to thank him for that. And then Shizzy, go ahead.
Yeah, so there is ways on other shows. I see it all the time where you can send memberships to different people. I gotta figure out for some reason on ours, you can't. I don't know how to like set that option. But Miss Sheedy, let me. I'll put that up for my homework this weekend. Let me look into that because other channels you can send memberships to. Because I see it all the time on Sin City Crypto or another one, and they, you know, someone in the chat sends like 20 memberships and stuff like that. So I'll definitely get that up there if you guys want it. It was never, I didn't think it was a big deal, but I definitely will for you, Mr. Sheedy. I'll look into it.
That's the kind of community we have, guys. Like, you know, just like Mr. Sheedy is a great example of what we, you know, try to strive for ourselves. All right, ZK were I don't know how to say that. Ali.
Call him Ali.
Yeah, Ali. 0.01 BTC in wallet. How would you double it this month on crypto ordinals? There's a new application called CoinFlip. I'm just kidding.
I'll use that. I want to give him something, but I don't want him to get mad if he loses all his money.
Yeah. Leverage, I don't know, honestly, man. Like, there's many ways you can do it. There's many ways it can disappear, though. So
yeah, it's 50-50. Anything we would tell you is 50-50. But yeah.
He says, when Shizzy versus Yagobi, Ordinal Runes, etc. flip challenge. I don't know.
What's that mean? What's a flip challenge?
I guess like see, like, you know, you can flip for more profit. I don't know.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, that would be cool. Our guy Courtney Johnson, shout out to Courtney. We got to meet Courtney like on a video, like via video, walked him through some issues he was having with Merlin, got it all squared away. He is now, you know, or he's been a member of ours, and so we appreciate you, Courtney. And you know, if you ever need any other help, just let us know.
Yeah, man, definitely. it was cool too to meet him, to walk him through. He had his issue was just he wasn't connected to his MetaMask, where his actual Bitcoin was. And we walked him through how to do that. So, but I feel like we the best thing that we did for him was teach him, and that's what we want to do for this channel. We just want to teach you guys. We feel like we've been here a really long time, and we want to keep onboarding people to this place. And you're not going to do that without physically showing people how to do things. And then I'm glad we could. We're not gonna be able to do that for everybody, but most people, especially you guys, if you guys are members and stuff, please reach out. If you guys need any help at all,
Yeah.
Me and Yagobi jumped on a call. We added him to StreamYard. We just did a quick meeting with him. He showed us the screen. We walked through it. If you guys are having issues like that, please hit us up. We would gladly help you guys the same way we helped Courtney.
Yep. Shout out to my man J25.
Live with J25. We got to get Jay back on the show
for sure. Those guys have been crushing it with the Orange Cubicle and their show. Very different dynamic. They bring multiple perspectives to the show. We love those guys from the OSD and Orange Cubicle. So shout out to my guy J25. Oh, Lou Ferrigno says at Brian Pant, it is using 150% over collateralized Bitcoin. Okay, so that's cool for BitSmiley. Tim asked, what was the wallet you didn't need a seed phrase? They were on your show. Is it out yet? Have you checked it out? Do you know what he's talking about?
It's Ryder. Hardware wallet.
Yeah.
They're out. You know, you can go. I don't know if they did a pre-sale. I don't know if they did deliveries yet. We should actually check back in with those guys. And see if they're doing anything for runes and stuff like that as well.
Yep. ASO says, can you guys give some good channels similar to Ord Revolution? Want to learn way more about ordinals? Orange Cubicle, right there. Orange Cubicle is one. If you want something that's going to give you like hot stuff that's like hot and popping, Francis Dune Uncensored is another one. So those are two that we can say that you know are.
Can't get our friends over at Blockrunner.
Oh, Blockrunner too. Yep, Blockrunner. Blockrunner will get very technical with you, which is good if you want to dive into the whole NAT, DMT, digital matter theory world, as well as they touch on hot topics as well. And then my guy Shizzy keeps typing in new ones. No, Call Me Hunch. Call Me Hunch is a great one too. It's a little bit more lean towards the stack side of the Bitcoin sidechains, but on layer one, he'll teach you a bunch of stuff too. So that I think we just gave you about 4 or 5.
Yeah, I'm a YouTube junkie, guys. I watch all these guys. I watch anything that comes on with the ordinals in it. Like I even watch our show sometimes. I'm like, oh, I wonder what I said about that. No, but I just these are like Call Me Hunch, Francis Dune Uncensored, Blockrunner, and Orange Cubicle. They're my 4 go-to for ordinals for this type of content, and obviously, I'm all over the place. I watch shows about different ecosystems as well.
All right, I think that wraps it up. Lou Fergno says Ordinal Revolution, Blockrunner are the ones I always watch. Appreciate you, Lou. You are probably 80 years old now or 75, and you're still kicking it. The Hulk representing.
And if Lou can learn this, guys, so can you.
That wraps up our Ordinal After Hour. We went 8 minutes over, but we love it. We love interacting with you guys. We will be back on Monday. Watch out for our weekend update, which should be, it's a good pre-recorded weekend, kind of catches you up for over the weekend. Stay tuned to what we have new coming on Monday. We're gonna have a lot of things prepared for you guys. It's May, guys. It's May. The halving is behind us. We're just waiting for that start to that big rip up, and be patient. We'll get there.
Yeah, man. 100%. And I need you guys to do me a favor. Go check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles in the space, guys. The best articles. Anything that you need to learn about anything is here. We got articles from months ago that are still relevant. Go check those out. And guys, if you're going to Bitcoin Nashville, it's time to go get started. Me and Yagobi, we both both like booked our stays, or we got where we're staying. We got to book our plane next, and the next thing we got to do is get our tickets for the conference. We want to get inside. We want to see you guys in there. We're gonna be doing things. Hopefully, get a media pass, and so you guys can see us through that part. But that's gonna be fun. We're gonna be there. Come meet us, guys. We'd love to meet our community down there. We will be there. 20% off coupon. Just click it. Use it. And if you guys, I was looking at it the other day, so you get 20% off also. But then if you hit the BTC, you get another 21% off. So you can get these vessel tickets for $354. Kind of expensive. So I do understand if you guys don't want to do that, but that is fine. But if you're gonna go, please use ours. We want you guys to get the cheapest prices possible. And if you guys are going to go there, make sure you guys are rocking your Ordinal gear. If it's not from us, make sure it's from someone else. Let's show the maxis that we're loud and we're proud down there, guys. And then proud to be Ordinals. And then, but we do have some of the best. And we're going to be adding some stuff really soon. Check out Ordinal Revolution store. We have some of the best gear, so check this out. If you guys say screw a 401k and you guys have a 401b, let's show people that we rock that 401b. But that's our show, guys. I think I hit everything besides the memberships. I'll hit on that. So if you guys, we're going to be doing membership videos over the weekend. We're going to do membership. We're probably going to do a video and then we'll do a live. We'll let you guys know ahead of time when we're doing a live. Just keep close to our Twitter and just keep checking our channel. It'll come up in the live sections above, and then when it will be, I'll get that ready for you guys. We'll get discussing on when we're going to do it, and then we'll let you guys know. But definitely check it out. If you're not a member, think about joining the membership. It's just $10 a month. You get us, in the member lives. It's really personal, just a few people, and we can really break down your questions and really tell you what we're doing in our personal portfolios without anyone yelling at us for for giving financial advice.
But if you want to yell at us, you can yell at us there.
You can yell at us in there too. You want to say, if Hollywood wants to say, hey, Shizzy, I hate you, that's fine. I'll respond to that as well. But it's all good, guys. We appreciate you guys. We'll be back Monday to Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, 10 a.m. Central, 7 a.m. Pacific. I'm getting really good at saying that. So check us out, and we'll see you next week.
Peace.
We OG, or no OG. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload, yeah. Experts on reload, yeah. You're not bullish enough, yeah. Oh no, you're not bullish enough. You ain't got the or no. I get stoned by the bolo. Bitcoin set to overload. Experts on reload. Mempool getting hot. Everybody wanna rock, ayy. Rooms is coming, everybody on a knot, ayy. It's a nuisance, Ordinal Revolution, ayy. Ordinal Revolution. Yo, is my guy for real, bro?
Real stuff.
Got friends right now. Yo, BRC 420, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, that shit on fire, bro. Imagine if he in here. Yeah, lock it in the seal. Murder. I got balls of steel. Nuki on the field. Yeah, this shit for real. With no calls, I get so far. Got 100 phone calls that I go hard, and they gon' love me. Smoke weed, huddle back. I get shiesty. Where my Bitcoin looking lovely. Started Satoshi's nothing above me.